Welcome back again to the greatest show ever, where we can't hear ourselves because we have a radio plugged in. There we are.
Holy shit. Welcome back, motherfuckers.
You pieces of fucking shit. This is the greatest show of all time, just to put that out there, right off the gate.
You know, it's been a long time since we've done an episode. It's been a really, really long time since the last episode.
3 whole days have passed since the last time that we have come to you, the people out there in this fucking internet world out there that exists that we don't think about until we're right here, right now.
Pretty much.
That's how it tends
That's
to go.
That's exactly how it goes. That's 100% how it is.
But
I forgot what the fuck I was going to say completely. Fuck it.
Fuck it. We're here on episode 6, if I'm not mistaken, of Slaycast Radio, the greatest show of all time. I think it's the greatest show of all time.
I think so too. I mean, fuck.
What else do we do? Let's think about. Let's
Let's not think about. Don't give away the wizard's secrets.
No,
right?
no.
The
Top
wizard's
10
secrets, not even the magician's secrets. The wizard's secrets. You think Merlin was real?
Probably not. I think
Probably not. You don't think Merlin was real?
Well, did he appear? He appeared in all sorts of random shit, right? Like all sorts of random ass fucking. Was it just King Arthur? Was it like
King Arthur? And
was it like the Bible where there's all sorts of stories about him?
If Merlin's in the fucking
No,
Bible.
I don't think Merlin's in the Bible. I could see him being in the Bible.
That'd be amazing. That'd be pure just bliss.
That'd make the Bible better, I think. If fucking Merlin
I think
was
it would
in
make the Bible more magical.
I mean, there's already unicorns in it.
Yeah, but Merlin, dude.
Merlin's pretty fucking awesome. We watched, speaking of Merlin, we watched on the very first, we've done 2 now, and there's another one coming up after this, but on the very first episode of BD Theater, the greatest show, part 2, next to after the Slaycast. We did the first episode, and that was Avalon. That was a film that we watched in which Merlin was a main character. And what do you think about Merlin's portrayal in Avalon?
I think it's trash. Well, I think it's godly, but it's trash. It's godly trash.
It's awesome, but what don't you like about it?
His face is melting off.
I mean, that part's true.
He looks like he jumped really hard, and like the gravity, he just sunk his face off, pulled it right off.
It looks like he opened the Ark of the Covenant and went to take a peek, and he's like, "Fuck this," and he slammed it shut real quick.
It looks like he opened a radiation
death factory.
Yeah, there it is. Radiation death factory.
Oh,
I was gonna
man.
say an old radiation bunker can of chili.
Dude, he
And
was
it just,
saving it.
exploded on his face.
A radiation bunker. Is that like in World War II when they were building?
Or like a
things?
nuclear.
Just like there's people testing nuclear bombs and they have a shelter.
They have like bunkers and shit.
Merlin opens it with that fucking stupid ass sword.
Why isn't there a movie about Merlin in the future where it's like Terminator meets Merlin, so King Arthur meets Terminator?
It sounds like a fan fiction, if you ask me.
But I mean, like, can you imagine if it was not? What if it was real?
What if it was reality?
What if it was reality? I mean, these are the things, like...
These are the things you think about at night?
Yeah.
I think about these
like
things
every
too.
single night when I close my eyes, all I can think is, man, what if Merlin was in the Terminator and he was just fucking casting spells like an epic wizard on the battlefield, and Skynet had to call in nuclear bombs to destroy fucking Merlin.
Nuclear fucking bombs. That's a nuclear idea. I think it would
Blow up. Nuclear idea.
or be a bomb at the box office. So
Probably that.
I'd watch it though.
When people say that, do they mean like it's really good? It was bomb at the box
That
office.
movie was fucking bomb at the box office. No, I think what they think it means is like they were like, oh, we spent all this fucking money, and then over the weekend they're like, oh, we made no fucking money.
I mean, they don't make money. I mean, movies today are kind of a joke.
Movies
The only ones
Fuck
that
a movie
make
today. Who gives a fuck about a movie today?
No one
Fuck
cares
one
about
of
the
them.
only movies today are just Marvel movies, and even people are starting to care less about those now. So it's like, well,
Dude, I haven't heard shit about the Marvel movies forever. Because last time I figured out that they were 3 hours, I was like, I don't have 3 hours to do anything, let alone watch a shitty movie.
I wouldn't. Why are they 3 hours long?
Because somebody at the fucking studio was like, hey, we got a monopoly on this shit. Nobody else is trying to make any fucking stupid ass movies. Let's just put all of it in it. All right.
Oh, right.
We got a universe. It's like a bunch of fucking greasy executives playing with action figures is what the Marvel movies
That's
are.
exactly what it is, though. It's a bunch of greasy fucking slick-backed hair, fucking slick-back Cadillac motherfucking weirdos. That's all there is to it.
That's all there is fucking to it. And all there is to life. Life is good on a fucking, what's today? Saturday?
A Saturday at about 4:18.
4/18. That's the October. Today, welcome to October 13th, 2018. I watched a fucking shitty ass movie last night called The Video Dead. You ever heard of that?
I've never heard of that, no.
It sucks, and I fell asleep like 5 minutes into it. But because I was on that on-demand bullshit. I was like, it's 5 in the morning. I might as well find something to watch. And I was looking on demand. There was some Friday the 13th bullshit. There was some fucking Halloween bullshit. You know, there's a lot of bullshit. And I was like, I should watch some of this. But then I'd have to watch the entire series because I can't just watch one of them. And I was like, oh, The Video Dead. I remember that movie from when I was a little kid, when I was a youngster. That movie sucks because it's shit. It's garbage.
It sucks because it's shit.
Yeah, it's so fucking horrible.
Man, see.
And I clicked on it because it has a great title. I mean, it's got a great cover. It's always had a great cover. But it's just about a TV that turns on and some zombies come out. And then by the end, there's like a kid and an old man, and there's like a zombie bitch with a chainsaw, and there's like a chainsaw battle or something.
Well, I mean, when you describe it like that, there's a chainsaw battle between a zombie bitch and someone else.
A zombie bride, bitch. No less. But,
oh, man. I hate that when you go back to old things. You're like, man, this was awesome. Then you go back and you're like, it's fucking trash. Why did I ever like that?
No, I fucking watched. I remembered this movie from when I was a kid, and I had seen it a couple weeks earlier on there. And I remember even when I was a little kid, I was like, wow, this movie sucks. Like, it's shit. It sounds like one of those movies that I'd love. But I remember watching it when I was a little kid and being like, wow, this is a fucking piece of trash. So I was like,
even when you were a kid, it's a piece of trash.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I hated it too. Yeah, but even back then, I was like, when I first started to watch horror movies, I was like, I gotta watch this. And then I watched it, and I was like, wow, why did I fucking watch this? Suicide.
Wow. What brought
sacrifice.
me to this? What brought me so low when I decided to watch this movie?
Do you guys know what it's like to watch a movie in your youth and be like, wow, this movie fucking sucks?
What's that one Christmas movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Oh, Jingle All the Way?
Yeah, that's the greatest movie ever made.
Dude, that movie sucks.
No, man. When I watched that movie every Christmas. Over and over and over again.
I'm pretty sure I saw it every Christmas as well. But I never thought it was necessarily good. Oh, wait, you know what? Fun fucking fact. You know that
you
part?
You thought it was good?
No, I never thought it was good.
I thought that you were going to say fun fact. I thought it was good.
Fun fact. I thought it was great. I never thought it was good. Fun fact. It was the best fucking movie.
Fun fact. It was the best movie I've ever seen.
But actual fun fact, you know that part where he's fighting all those fucking Santas?
Yeah.
And there's that giant one?
Yeah.
Well, it's the Big Show.
The giant Santa's the Big Show?
Yeah.
What a fucking acting god. He was so good, I never knew it was the Big Show.
He was in that, and he was in Knucklehead. What a fucking filmography.
Yeah, he looks like he belongs in a movie called Knucklehead, though.
He's a fucking Knucklehead.
You know those actors that just fit way too perfectly with their role? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
they get cast as one thing, and then they're cast as that thing forever.
Yeah, like Jack Sparrow. Or fucking Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow. He will always be Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, he's basically just Jack Sparrow in every other movie.
That's literally all he is. And it's funny because he's like, now he's been Vampire Jack Sparrow. He's been Indian Jack Sparrow. He's been Jack Sparrow. He's been a fucking wizard. I don't know what the fuck. He's in the new Harry Potter movies, apparently. Or are they even Harry Potter movies? Can you call them that? I don't fucking know.
There's new Harry Potter movies?
They're called, like, Beast Dick Sucker or something like that.
Sucking Beast Dick.
Sucking Beast Dick.
I'm never gonna see a movie called Sucking Beast Dick, except
You've never
maybe
seen that? You've never seen Sucking Beast Dick?
maybe if it's late at night and I'm browsing on a fucking website and I accidentally come across a video that I didn't read the full title. Sucking is in the title.
Yeah.
Sucking Beast.
I mean, it's only like 4 fucking words. Sucking Beast Dick. So
Sucking
3 words.
Sucking Beast Dick. Yep. But no, I never even gave a shit about the
Sucking
old
Beast Dick.
Not only that, but old Harry Potter movies I never cared about either.
I think it's weird that people like them so much. I think they're good, right? Like, I don't care about the movies.
I think they're fucking gay.
I think the first one is pretty good, and the second one is okay. But like, and I can see why kids would like them. But like, people who grow up to jack off on Harry Potter books are creepy.
No, I agree 100%. Fuck all that. You know what? I'm just gonna controversial opinions. I'm gonna lay it all on the line. Fuck Harry Potter. I fucking hate Harry Potter.
I mean, Harry Potter can eat dick in reality. Like,
people love him.
I've never gone out of my way to watch Harry Potter. It always just happened somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. I actually once was visiting some of my cousins in Oregon when I was a young child. I wasn't that young actually, but we went to the theater to watch the 5th Harry Potter movie, whichever one that was. And I fell asleep, like, not even the 5th. I think it was the 4th, I think it was the 4th or 5th. And I fell asleep, like, 10 minutes in. And then as we were walking out, I was like, wow, I'm never going to watch another Harry Potter movie as long as I fucking live. And I haven't, because fuck that.
I mean, why would you? I mean, it's just like a mellow, it's sucky.
It's little wizard middle school gay shit. And people love it.
It's some lose from it. It's better than Twilight, man.
It's better than Twilight, but not by much. It's like a half step up.
Yeah.
Twilight is Harry Potter 2.5 steps down.
That's pretty bad.
There's a fucking description for you.
What do you think? The Twilight craze has long since passed. What do you think about crazes like that in general, where just for a brief blip of a period of time, something gets huge, even though it's just horrible, and I think things like that get famous now just because there's so many people. Like, there's so many people that anything can just get blown out of proportion so easily, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I also, but with the lot of people thing, I've been thinking about this a couple days ago. I also a lot of times think that since there's so many people, a lot of things that people are like, oh, that shit's not popular anymore, or that shit can't get big anymore. It's that when the population was smaller, the amount of people that liked a specific thing was huge compared to the overall population. Nowadays, that same amount of people can like something, and there's so many people that even though it would be considered niche, it's like a successful business venture.
What the fuck is the world, man? Jesus fuck.
The world is always going, and it's gonna go forever until somebody fucking takes our bitch asses out. I'm gonna welcome them with open arms. I'm gonna walk out and say, Kim Jong,
you know,
drop that nuke on me. Come on, do it.
I should write a country song called "Drop That Nuke on Me."
Drop that nuke on me.
Yeah, it's like ding. It's like a love song, and it's like ding ding ding. Drop that nuke on me.
I think you have VD. Go ahead and
drop that nuke on me. I mean, that's a classic. It's already all-time classic.
Oh god, we gotta write that, and we got to write the Slug Boy Blues.
The Slug Boy Blues.
The Slug Boy Blues. Yeah.
Yeah, man, fuck. And if you got the Slug Boy Blues, you really gotta watch out. Stuff like that will fuck you.
Slipping in and a sliding, slipping in and sliding.
Slipping and sliding and slipping and sliding.
Dude, the legend of Slug Boy. The myth. Born. Birthed in the fires.
Are they gonna say the myth boy?
the myth boy.
The myth boy.
Birthed from the fires of the Slaycast was born a year ago, a couple weeks ago.
You know, do you ever think about how fucked up that is? Like pack mule kids that are like smuggling drugs for actual drug dealers. That's brutal.
I didn't think about it until just now.
That's some brutal shit. Can you
That
imagine
kid's gonna be a pimp.
Can you imagine being a kid that broke into those, like the fucking drug dealer gave the mule the fucking drugs, and then the mule just fucking took them? I bet that's happened. That's had to have happened.
I think if any kid is smuggling drugs, it's your son.
Because hey, man, my son is a good kid. All right?
Not your son, but the audience. People in the audience who have kids.
Your son, yeah.
Yeah, your son is out there
smuggling drugs,
slanging heroin, meth, and coke. And do you want your fucking kid to be balls deep into this sort of drug business?
I thought you were going to say bald.
You want your kid to be bald by the time he's my age? Because if you fucking do, then let your kid do drugs. If not, then let him sit here in front of the fucking computer and watch the Slaycast and learn a thing or two. But you don't, because you're a shitty fucking person.
I think drugs are such a weird thing, you know? Like when you think about just like what a drug is and what it does for humans and how humans have fucking abuse that power.
I think you were gonna say, you know, drugs are awesome.
Drugs are awesome. No, I can't deny that there are a few drugs out there that are pretty awesome.
Drugs are bad company, because I can't deny.
Yeah, we should get like a soundboard that makes fucking sounds on the show.
Makes
yeah, just so that way we can make really bad jokes and be like
who needs a soundboard when you're voice acting gods?
Yeah.
Like we are.
Yeah.
Sorry to blow your fucking ear holes out.
I mean, that's all you need. You know, when I play video games, I like to set my like voice character to just being like the most ridiculous sounding one. So the time it only makes one sound. So that way, when I get hit by something, it's like, like every time, it's like.
Fucking
you get touched by a fucking feather. Can you imagine being as sensitive as a video game character? Some video game characters, all you gotta do is fall like 10 feet and you're dead. You're fucking dead. Can you imagine accidentally falling off the roof of your house? It just, I mean, I guess that can happen. I guess you can fall off the roof of your house and just die.
Well, why would you be up there in the first place is my question.
I don't know, maybe you gotta do some manly shit and fucking replace the fucking
maybe
roof
you gotta
or something.
do some live shit.
You gotta do some live shit?
Live leaks. Maybe you gotta go to liveleaks.com and watch some people fall off roofs.
Wait, what is that? Liveleaks.com? What is that?
We talked about it in an old episode. That's where you can see people die.
Oh, yeah. There it is. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. I'd go to liveleaks.com every week if I didn't have free internet pornography.
The stuff. So what you'd be watching anyway is what you're
on
saying.
Live Leaks?
Yeah.
Maybe some let's plays, some unboxings of packages of glue.
Those are your Live Leaks fetishes.
Testing eraser products. That's what I'd be watching on Saturday night. And then if somebody came in, I'd be watching it under the blanket too. Like the blanket would be above my head. The blanket would be above my head. Computer would be on. I'd be watching someone be like, all right, now we're going to try this eraser here. This is a more heavy-duty pencil. As you can see, the lead is bigger, and on the package amount, the graphite amount used in the mix is a lot larger, too. And I'd be sitting there watching it late at night. Somebody's going to come in the door. What are you doing? I'm going to say, oh, I'm jerking off. I'm jerking off.
I mean, yeah, sometimes, I mean, there's a, you know, do you ever think about how every person probably has some ridiculously embarrassing shit like that? Like
everybody does.
Everybody has one thing that they're just doing.
Everybody's just stupid, though. Like, they have it, and there's nothing wrong with it, but they're like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. You just got to sometimes lay your dick on the table, be like, yeah, I jack off to eraser unboxings.
No, I feel like the amount of times that we have to say on this show, sometimes you got to lay your dick out on the table, is
important to society.
It is important to society, and I think it says a lot about how people need to just lay their dicks on the table.
You need to lay your dick out on the table and see where you stand, because if you don't, what will you ever do with your fucking life? If you don't show people how big and pendulous your nutsack is,
Pendulous.
then what are you gonna do when life comes knocking at your door, saying, "Hey, guess what? Somebody's trying to fuck you over." Are you gonna sit there and bend over, or are you gonna say, "Watch this"? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I know what I'm doing.
That was so beautiful. Fuck. Fuck.
I know what I'm doing. All right, so
That's so fucking funny.
where do you stand?
Where do you stand?
Do you even
You ever
stand?
see those dogs that just have massive balls, and you think, man,
That guy fucks like a beast. That's what I think. I feel like, hey, I just heard about a movie that you were in, I think.
what?
Beast fuckers.
Oh yeah, beast fuck. Fucking suck off a beast.
Suck beasts from the year 1800.
What a fucking classic film that would be. Suck, but it's actually about like giant sucker fish that come out of the water.
Suck beasts.
Suck beast 88.
1888.
Oh, 18, yeah. Suck
Beast
beast
1688.
No, it's gotta have to be Suck Beast 1776.
Damn straight. That was a good year.
It's a good year, man. And there'd be fucking pirates and fucking American patriots with fucking
American fucking patriots.
American fucking patriots.
America exists in 1776. The South will rise again.
The South will let's make a pen.
The South's not gonna rise again.
No, no, it's not.
They already lost. All right.
Yeah, the South's not real anymore.
You know what I don't get?
If there's something always south of you, can you really call yourself the South?
That's a deep question. I guess we'll have to ask some of the greatest philosophers of our time. Where are they?
I don't know any of those guys.
Is Gandhi? No, he's dead as fuck.
It's Gandhi.
Who?
Buddha? Nah, he's gone. He's
He
long
might not have
gone,
even
man.
been real, right? Was Buddha a real guy?
I don't fucking know. There have been Buddhas,
There have been Buddhas, and they're full of shit.
and they're all dead.
Dude, who the fuck is the Dalai Lama? A llama dude? Seriously?
Llama
Get outta here.
dude.
Get out of here.
Llama dude.
The Dalai Lama. What the fuck? A llama? Really? A llama. Okay. Okay, I get it. It's a llama.
Sometimes animals are just better with words than us humans.
Animals
Especially
are better
me.
with words?
Yeah.
Dude, ready for this? I thought about a fucking hypothesis the other day.
Oh,
and
yeah?
then this one's not as fucking hectic as other ones. So, what if fucking dogs talk to themselves, like, not to themselves, but to other dogs and animals too, through telepathic communication, and barking and shit like that is only like an alert mechanism for when there's a ton of them. But what if dogs and shit like that, they communicate telepathically, but humans fucking don't? They communicate with the words, so the dogs understand that a word is an alert because they make noises to alerts, but they don't get the words. They can read your mind, and that's why humans are like, dogs have similar vibes to us, or the dog has the personality, or I feel like I know what the dog's thinking, because the dog is literally reading your mind, and you just can't do it in reverse.
What a fucking twist that would be. And apparently, most animals do like have like sign language of sorts. Like wolves
Something
apparently
happens.
do have like some kind of sign language. I was just watching a video about people who have a language of whistles, and they whistle across the valley at each other, random shit. Like, hey, get your ass over here, and they're like, fuck you, I'm doing homework. By whistling, they're like it's like some this crazy language or whatever. And I was like, can you imagine trying to fucking learn that? And then I was like, if I knew that, what if birds knew that language?
Maybe birds do know that. They do that. Maybe
Birds,
the people.
I imagine that if any animal was going to have a language that was like really well thought out, it would probably be birds, because they fucking never shut the fuck up.
No, they don't.
And they can't. It's got to be a reason that they make that kind of fucking noise all the time. Especially parrots. And you know, parrots definitely fucking talking to each other. Especially ones that can learn words, and repeat them back to you and shit. And there's no fucking
parrots
way.
are secretly
There's no fucking way.
fucking.
Like there's that. Have you ever seen that one video of that one guy who's just standing there and he keeps telling the bird shit to make sounds of, like not even making the sound, and the bird makes the sound. He's like, "How about sweet drum rolls?" And the bird's like,
"Oh yeah,"
just like beatboxing or whatever.
I've seen that video. That's a classic.
That's a crazy video. I mean, animals are smart as fuck, man. Nature's crazy.
Nature's crazy. You want to know how crazy nature is? Go walk out into the forest. No, not even the forest. Go walk out into the woods late at night, naked on a summer night, covered in honey, right into the cave of a bear, and find out how crazy nature really is, you fucking bastards.
I had a dream last night. I don't know if we really talk about dreams that much on the show. Dreams are important, you guys. Pay attention to your fucking
Import
dreams.
your dreams to your mind.
Can you imagine if you could fucking hook up a USB port to your fucking head and record your dreams?
That'd be fucking awesome.
That would be awesome. But anyway,
I would keep them all. I'd be like, fuck yeah.
Well, yeah, you'd have to keep. I would want a whole fucking archive of my life's dreams, and then at my funeral, you show all of my dreams, no matter how fucked up they are. Can you imagine
I feel like that would be fucked up.
You're having like a horrible porn dungeon nightmare where you're dragging this bitch along by a chain, the hook in your hand. People are watching that at your funeral like, Jesus Christ.
Fucking, would it
Slap
show...
a bitch down on a table and smash a hook in her face.
So it would be like a video of whatever you dreamed about. Like how you envisioned it in your sleep is how a video of it would be like.
People would see the dream
however
how you saw it.
Oh, that's fucking crazy. Yeah. Mine, if I was at the funeral and they were fucking showing mine, they'd be like, wow, there's no happiness. All it is nightmares and zombies and the end of the world and things exploding and people being infested by aliens and me trying to tell people, being like, don't you get it? No, you're fucking crazy. No, they're a fucking zombie.
I had a dream
2 hours
last
of horror
night.
movies.
Too many horror movies, man. They've fucking impeded your brain.
Speaking
forever.
of which, stay tuned for after this very episode for another episode 3 of BD Theater.
BD motherfucking Theater coming back at you again one more time to smash you in the asshole just like you've never been smashed before.
Anal beating.
Anal beating. That's what the man says, and that's what the doctor prescribes.
The doctor prescribes you an anal beating, so get off your ass and get something in your ass on a Saturday.
Yeah, on a Saturday at fucking 4:40. But yeah, I had this dream where I was fucking having a fist fight with a bear. Like straight up, like this bear was coming at me, and I punched it in the fucking, like in the face.
That's what you gotta do.
And I just kept punching it, and usually when you have a dream where you're gotta fight something or something like that, and like you can't throw the punch, kind of, or like you do and it doesn't do anything to them.
Oh,
those
yeah.
kind of dreams. This was the exact fucking opposite. This bear was coming at me, and I looked at this bear, and it opened its fucking mouth, and I punched it right in the fucking ganglia thing, and it gagged on my fist, and then I clocked it one in the fucking jaw, and then like it tried to hit me, and I'm like dodging it and beating the shit out of this, like just punching this bear to death. Like, but it was a boxing match, and then the bear started fucking me up, and then we were having a full-on match, and I remember the whole time, like, the whole time, obviously, my fucking adrenaline's off the fucking charts, and I'm fucking going ape shit crazy, like survival mode, in the dream, and then something happens where the bear just leaves, and then like some one of our buddies or something just comes out of nowhere and starts saying random shit to me, but I fucking fall asleep and wake up to the bear again, but this time it's cuddling with me, and me and the bear are fucking taking an awesome nap.
Oh, hell yeah.
I was like, dude, and it was so fucking soft. The bear was the softest thing ever. I was like, wow, this is a great dream all of a sudden. Dude, I was beating the shit out of this bear, and now I'm taking a nap with it. It's probably going to eat me in my sleep, but good night, and then I woke up.
Dude, taking a nap with a fucking bear kind of sounds like, to me, like the best thing ever if he wasn't going to eat you.
Yeah. if you and that bear were good buds, you know what I mean? Like,
if me and that bear could smoke some good buds and then take a goddamn nap,
I would
that'd be
totally
awesome.
take a nap with the bear. If it was totally chill and
I would get
to.
fucked up with a bear.
I'd
pour him some shots.
I would fucking drop acid with a bear and fucking smoke some joints and fucking take some shots and snort some coke and shoot up some heroin with
Do
a bear.
some meth with
Do
a
some
bear.
Yeah.
And only with a bear. And we ain't talking about
Well,
no
because you
gays.
can't do shit like that with other animals, and not even other kinds of bears. It's just it can only be like a brown bear or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that.
I was envisioning a brown bear as well.
Yeah.
But a brown bear, if there's a brown bear out there that fucking wants to get fucked up with two guys
and
who
we're
run
not
a
talking
podcast,
about a black guy, a
we're
black
not
gay
talking
guy.
about- yeah, we're not talking about a black gay guy. We're talking about an animal, a predator.
A predator.
If a predator wants to get loose and
No,
stop
no,
being so angry,
No, hold on.
we're not fucking him.
No,
We're not fucking him.
rephrase that because we don't want any predators of any kind going.
I mean,
only want an
in
actual
nature, he's a
brown in
carnivore.
nature. We want the carnivore brown bear.
yes,
We do not want any sexual predators coming our ways trying to
we just want a
take
bear,
us to dinner and
an
whatnot.
animal. Something you can see on the National Geographic channel. Write in, call in,
National
National Geographic,
Ash Geo Dracula.
Ash Geo Dragons,
Dracula back
Dracula 2000,
Dracula
Geopets.
2000. There you go. Fuck. What do you think of those kind of movies? Those fucking what's that movie with that chick vampire slayer dude?
Blood Rain.
Blood Rain. Is that no, not that one. Underworld.
Oh yeah,
Those are weird. Have you ever seen those?
I've never seen them though.
Really?
Yeah,
What?
they just look like weird early 2000s movies that like goth kids would go see.
Yeah, that's exactly what they are. But they're action packed, man.
I've heard more of the soundtracks than I've seen the actual movies. All the soundtracks. There's always like some new metal shit and some techno shit. Sometimes there's good stuff, but sometimes there's just,
Was that the eternal plague of the early 2000s? Is that there were some great ideas, but just horrible execution of
Yes.
everything?
that would be 100%.
The early 2000s was kind of a plague in humankind.
Dude, the last great plague since the bubonic was the early 2000s.
That's a bubonic plague.
Yes.
The early 2000s. I agree 100%. True words. Never spoken.
Since the Black Death.
Didn't they say that the Black Plague was making a comeback at some point or something?
I hope so. We need to get rid of some of these fucking people. Every time I walk out in the street, I'm like, where is it? I'm waiting for it.
Where is it?
You ever just
Never
walk down the
wanted
street?
to die so hard. You went outside and waited for the bubonic plague to sweep through town.
Every fucking day.
Yeah,
I'm like, what
you
are
know,
these people?
That's the way it goes.
Who are these people? Fuck all these people.
I'm starting to think that neighbors are just a weird concept in general.
Neighbors?
Yeah, like they're people like you live next to, and for some reason they feel like they have to have an important chunk of your time, like as if it fucking matters that they're your neighbor. Like you guys are gonna make an instant connection of your neighborly bond. You know, never in my life do I ever plan on knocking on my door's neighbor and go, "Hey, can I borrow like a cup of milk? I'm making some bread."
The only time I would ever knock
I
on my
don't
neighbor's
think you
door.
need milk to make bread, but
The only time I would ever knock on my neighbor's door is if I heard an entire family of Syrian refugees getting killed. I would bust in with a shotgun like the hero I am and say, put down your fucking weapons right now, because I'm about to save these young kids because they deserve a chance in America.
wow. That's so honorable. They're so honorable. You should be a Klingon.
A Klingon?
Yeah, the Klingons are honorable. They do it.
I wouldn't do it.
Well, first of all, if those little kids weren't Klingon though, or if they were Klingon, they'd probably kill themselves before they let themselves get captured. So
I would just like take the person who's holding the
bomb attached to the kids.
No, I was just gonna say, the person who's holding the refugees push them.
Possible.
Yeah, whatever the fuck. Push them into a pool full of, what's that shit called? Shoe polish.
I think you say Jello.
Jello, sure, why not? But Jello with shoe polish in it. And then I'm going to push the refugees out of the backyard and hide them in my car. And I'm going to call immigration on the kidnappers.
Oh, what a twist. What a twist.
They're going to be like, wait. And then I'm going to be like, all right, refugees, this is your house now.
That'd be so awesome. Can you imagine scamming someone out of their house?
Dude,
so
I did it with the power of Obama's America. That's secretly why I don't want Trump in office, is because he's going to take away my right to sneak Syrian refugees into American families' homes.
There you go. And man, it was a good run while it lasted, let me tell you. God, so fucking illegal immigration numbers up higher than
single-handedly.
We
got immigration high.
Yeah, no.
And then we got immigrants high.
And then Trump did something.
Trump did this. Yes, holy shit, Trump did do something. And he did something that was fucking bad.
It was actually pretty okay. It's not the worst thing in the world.
It's a pretty fucking sweet thing, actually. He goddamn, what was it called? He passed something called the Music Modernization Act. Now listen, I didn't look too hard into it, but there's this shit Facebook page called Now This Politics. They should probably just be called Kill Yourself before you click onto this page. But I always see them in my feed because all their shit is retarded. And they posted this one thing, and it was like, watch Trump do some stupid music bullshit instead of helping people with the hurricane. And I was like, okay, fuck this stupid headline. What is he doing?
How does Trump supposed to directly help with a hurricane?
I don't know. I'm not
a
politician.
Hurricane.
I'm not a politician. I don't know. But he fucking went to go do his thing, and I decided to watch the video. And he's surrounded by, like, the Beach Boys and Kanye West and all these random people. And he's like, these fellas worked very hard on this bill. I like all your music. It's great. I was like, oh, God, Trump, shut the fuck up. What are you doing? And then he was like, we're passing this fucking thing. And I had to look it up because I don't think he even knew what it was. And I looked it up separately.
Did he say, wait, the musicians worked on the bill?
Yeah, he said that the musicians worked on the bill. He's like, you boys did a great job.
Didn't know that. That's either really good or horrible.
Well, basically what it was like, it's like because Spotify and streaming companies have...
Yeah, they've completely raped musicians.
Yeah. The whole music industry of everything.
Completely crumbled because of that.
Yeah, everything goes to Spotify and fucking everything. Spotify's the biggest game in town right now. People go on to Spotify to hear all the new shit, and the audience gets barely a percentage of what Spoofy gives them. And so this bill basically made it so that Spoofy has to give everybody due pay and pay like producers and shit for the albums too.
Which makes sense, because you can't just fucking cut out an entire section of fucking...
Yeah. The people who made the actual album, you can't pay them
you can't
nothing.
cut them off of what, what
They're
they're
not
trying
fucking,
to do.
They're not factory slave workers during the Industrial Revolution.
But that's what it turned into. So, I mean, that's kind of cool.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's as big of a...
No, it's not that big of a deal. It's not as big of a deal, but it is like, thinking about that. It's like, well, that sucks because you can't support the musician.
Music's important. Music's important. People don't think music's important anymore, but it is. It's more important now than ever.
Important. People who don't think music is important anymore are just assholes.
Yeah, and the reason why most people don't...
Are assholes?
Yeah, the reason why most people are assholes is because they're dicks. Fuck them.
They're assholes because they're dicks.
And they stick their own dicks in their old assholes and fuck themselves. But I think we've been on this episode for 40 minutes. Should we take a fucking break?
Yeah, sure, sounds good. Break fucking time. See you.
Get ready for the break. Music videos, because we bring music. Who does this? Who does this? Resurrecting songs long forgotten that are way better than anything coming out nowadays. Resurrecting. Go fuck yourselves.
Go fuck yourselves. We'll be back.
Change as I will stay wide open. said to myself, but if I try too hard, I'm right back on that side. To give and give and give. You think you won this race? People cry, people die. I seem like it's lost in space. With the chain of this freak show. I can't take no more, yeah. With the chain of this freak show, I can't take no more. Crazy ways on the street, it's a freak show. Time to change, as I will say one whole. A day stands when the hope is bright and changed. Gotta help this man because his soul's in pain. It's got to be a way, is what I say to myself. But if I try too hard, I'm right back on that side. To give and give and give. You think you won this race? People cry, people die. I seem like he's lost his space.
Fucking back.
Welcome back. Jesus fucking Christ. Hope you guys enjoyed that groovy ass shit we had for you.
If you didn't enjoy the music segment, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
What
We
the
put
fuck?
together this music segment for you, and you're not gonna enjoy it?
Well,
What the fuck?
So many questions. You know what we should put in one of those one day?
What?
That fucking scene of that fucking in the CGI'd part of fucking Star Wars with that fucking alien guy singing with this big fat slobbery mouth.
Fucking piece of shit
Yeah.
scene? Fuck that
That's
guy.
a classic song.
That's not a good... I don't even remember the song. I just remember his fucking
Dude,
ugly
that
face.
guy is a master vocalist of all mankind or all alien kind, all aliens. Nothing could ever fucking compare to that guy's sheer unadulterated power.
Power?
Power.
Power?
Power. Yeah, that's right. Power.
Power.
Power. Power. Power.
Power.
It's a little bit of good old fucking the goddamn motherfucking classic motherfucking
Good old fashioned family BD history.
Man of War. If you guys never listened to Man of War, fucking go ahead and give yourself
Go
a
to
listen.
war, you pussy.
Go ahead and give yourself a listen to the good old great
If
and
you
dandy
need
Man of War.
to suck dick, then go to war.
Then go to war.
I salute the troops every
How
fucking...
many troops do you think are homosexual? Just how many do you think?
All of them. Not really, like, I don't know. They're not allowed to talk about it, I don't think.
What?
Yeah, I
Are
think...
they a cult?
No, it's like, I'm not sure if that was overturned. I don't fucking give a shit about this kind of shit, but...
First rule of gang bang club. You never talk about gay bang club.
First rule, gangbang club. But...
Gang bang club.
They-
What
yeah,
a club. That's horrible.
That's a
horrible.
club. It's a club.
That's a club? That's a real club?
Ready? Gangbang.
Sandwich? Club
I
sandwich?
got another. This one's called That One or This One.
No,
or
no,
whatever
no,
name it was
no.
last week. No, this is another episode of That One or This One. Gangbang club or a wooden club?
Wooden club.
How do you figure?
I wouldn't get any enjoyment out of a gang bang club.
maybe nothing even happens there. Maybe just show up and they talk about it.
Like, so there's no specific definition for gang bang club, is what you're saying.
No. Who knows
So
what
they
it's
could
about?
just be a gang
It's an
of
ambiguous title.
dudes. You could be a gang of dudes who shoot guns.
Yes, gangbang club. They could just be. They
Just
could
some
just.
some ambiguous group of guys who shoot guns together called gang bang club.
They could just be a bunch of douchebags who can't spell like very well and didn't look over their work, and it was supposed to be gang club.
Gang.
Gang.
Can you imagine naming your gang the gang?
Gang.
You're like, so we're the gang. He's like, what gang are you from? He's like, the gang.
Gang.
The gang.
I'm gonna take.
Gang is a word that should not ever be uttered because of how revolting it sounds when you say it. Gang.
Revolt.
Some film song.
Some I've been betrayed.
Too many good songs out there, man.
There's so many good songs. We could do an entire show about music.
Yeah.
We could, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe in the future on BD Soul Entertainment in a different life there would be a show about music. Who knows? I don't know.
Do you know?
Do you know? You're sitting at home. You're paying attention to whatever bullshit you're doing. You're watching some
I guess we
garbage
really
on
gotta
TV.
stop quizzing the people. Because, like, how are they gonna answer everything?
The people can answer, and I will quiz. You ever seen Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Oh, God, that's a classic show of all time.
That's the worst show ever. It's not that
Are
bad.
you smarter than a fifth grader, dude?
No.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's a great show.
Well, it's not even that they're
But you
smart.
learn something. You learn something.
It's not even that they're smart. Little kids get whipped into fucking remembering like into remembering fucking math problems. And they go on that show and they're like, "Do you know this fucking thing?" And that parent's like, "Oh God, I'm gonna have to deal with this stupid shit forever." No. And then little kids at home watching go, "Oh, fucking this shit's retarded." And parents watching at home are like, "Oh, that shit was retarded."
No way, man.
Dude, why
that
can't
that guy has one of the greatest mustaches of all American
Jeff
history.
Foxworthy?
Jeff Foxworthy has he's got a great mustache. Come on, you can't deny.
He does have a good. He's got a good mustache.
No one
That's
can
it.
deny.
That's it. He's got a good mustache.
No, it's undeniable.
He's the.
But his friendly co-host skills or his hosting skills, mixed with the polite joyness of the whipped fifth graders and the retardation of the stupid adults that are participating in this makes it a kind of entertaining show, I think.
I would never forgive. I will never forgive Jeff Foxworthy for
never forgive him.
Yeah, never.
Awesome.
I'll never forgive
What
him.
if he does something great?
Fuck him to death. I'll never forgive him.
What if he does something that just blows you away, completely smashes your everything? It
Dude,
smashes your everything.
If he showed up at my fucking doorstep
And smashed your everything?
with everything I ever wanted.
Can you imagine Jeff Foxworthy walks into your house and smashes all your shit, just starts breaking your shit?
Fuck Jeff Foxworthy.
I'd be pissed. I'd be not
He
very
would
happy
do
about
it.
that. He would do it.
I'll never forgive him for
Maybe
that.
I'd give him a pass just because of that mustache. Maybe.
I could
maybe.
never forgive him for those jokes, if you might do their stereotypical shit, you might be a redneck.
He did that?
Yeah, he's the creator of that.
He's the creator of that?
Yeah, I'll never forgive him. I'll never forgive him. No matter what he does, he could run into a burning fucking building full of orphans and save every last one, and I'd still say fuck him to death!
Jeff Foxworthy's not that bad. I mean, he seems like
He's got a good mustache. I mean, he does have one of those.
He does have a good mustache. I mean, you just can't deny a good mustache.
Bad Company!
God damn it. Every fucking time you got.
I'm sorry, that's the new thing. It's like...
So, what were your honest to God feelings now that it's completely dead and pulverized to dirt?
What?
Five Finger Death Punches.
Oh my
cover
God.
Of Bad Company.
Oh my God. The worst fucking cover next to Disturbed's cover of Sound of Silence. We're just right next to whoever the fuck those guys are that covered that zombie song. It's another band like Disturbed.
They covered Zombie, like
There's-
the Cranberry song.
Yeah, there's a shitty new metal band that's like Disturbed. That covers Zombie. Yeah, it's horrible.
Why would anyone do that? I mean,
I
it's a good
hear it at
song,
work all the
but
time. It's the fucking worst.
I don't mind the Zombie song, but like, I would not want to fucking hear any new metal band, especially covering that fucking song.
Oh, it's absolutely fucking horrible. And new metal bands just love to ruin classic songs.
New metal bands just love to ruin music.
Just in general,
Yeah,
they
in
like
general.
to ruin
but in the
everything.
words of the late great Philip H. Anselmo, everyone ruins music, not just me.
I Will Survive by the Bee Gees is the greatest song ever written.
By the Bee Gees, I will survive.
You know, I always thought those guys were black.
Staying alive.
I always thought they were black.
I
They're the
did
whitest.
too.
They're the whitest guys I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's weird.
It is very weird, because I didn't think white guys had that kind of soul.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you know what does have soul? BD Soul Entertainment, the greatest YouTube channel of all time, with the greatest show of all time. If you're not subscribed, if you're not liking, commenting, sharing, showing it to your friends, showing it to your children, raising them, raising a family.
Raising your family on BD Soul.
And then I unplugging my mic. And the fucking... I'll figure it out, don't worry, take over.
You know, there is really no better place to be than right here on a Saturday at 5:13.
Damn straight.
Damn motherfucking straight. And if you guys aren't joining us, then
For all of you, give it a second. Everyone who hasn't joined, is a faggot. There we
it
go.
is.
There.
Oh man.
Technical difficulties here on the Slaycast. I'm holding my microphone for these episodes. I have a badass stand with a swivel. It's got a fucking swivel. Where are you gonna get a swivel? So I finally got this fucking swivel, and I plugged it into my desk. And I thought it was going to be great. And then I swiveled it over, and the fucking microphone starts breaking off. I guess that's what happens when you buy a swivel microphone stand for $10, and then it fucking breaks, and then you buy the same exact one for $10. But instead of spending $20 on one that wouldn't break, I spent another $10 on another shitty one where I put the microphone up top, and it fucking falls off half the time onto my dick, and I'm not gonna stand for it. So I'm gonna hold this fucking microphone with my two hands, because that's how a man does it.
The number of times guys have to get kicked in the nuts in their lifetime is a fucking
Before they
sad
become
number.
a man.
It's a sad number. Before you become a man. Yeah. Yeah. You're not a man until you've been kicked, and rightfully kicked, in the balls. And then you're a man, but you're not a real man until you've been wrongfully kicked in the balls.
Yes, and you're not a fucking super macho, machismo, dripping testosterone, manly man of all men, king, God, if you've never had your balls stepped on by an iron boot. Once you do that, then you come to me and tell me how fucking manly you are.
Damn straight. Damn
Try
straight.
flexing when your nutsack is fucking smashed into a million pieces.
No. No.
Try telling me then what fucking happens. All right? Can you tell me?
That's fucking brutal, man.
That
Oh,
is
man.
brutal. New death metal album cover coming soon.
A
on
dude of a
Tubes.
guy getting his fucking nuts smashed by a metal boot while he's trying to flex.
He's like, oh.
That's fucking brutal. Why do people feel the need to be macho? What is that?
I think that's a good question, actually.
What is that? What is that? What does that mean? You know?
That's gonna take some fucking pondering. That's gonna take. Okay, first of all, step number 1 in unpacking this riddle.
Unpacking. The riddle. Yeah.
I don't think.
It is certainly a package.
I don't think I. I don't think either of us are psychologists. First of all.
No, God.
First of all, that's number 1.
Yeah. Neither of us are scientists nor psychologists, nor claim or never have claimed to know anything at all.
No, I don't know anything. So we're gonna try and figure this out. Men feel a need to be macho. Well, I feel like part of it. All right, this is just me throwing out some guesses, but I feel like part of it is like instinctually the fucking like male animals, just by nature through evolution. Back then, they didn't think about what they do. They were just like, this woman, fuck her, babies, kill, murder, eat. Like, that's all they did. They didn't even think it. They just were it. And then through time, we started to have houses and shit like this. And so nowadays, these people are like, because they're not running around swinging from branches and choking out hyenas. They're fucking walking around eating donuts. And so they just feel this primal need inside of themselves to be like, fuck, I need to work out and fuck.
Yeah,
That's one
could be.
guess. That's one
I
guess.
mean, that's a solid guess. I mean, macho man. But what about, I mean, not every macho man
Is macho.
Is macho.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who
I think
want it.
Like, first you have to define macho man.
I think people who are raised to be manly just are, and they don't want it that badly. But I feel like people who are feminized at a young age grow up to desperately, what's the word I'm looking for? Reach some sort of masculine, manly point that they've never felt in their lives because they're trying to catch up for years of not growing up without the family dynamic of a man and a woman. And you can type in the fucking comments all day about how that's this or that's that and that's homophobic and whatever the fuck, but you can suck my dick.
Boom, dick sucked.
Boom, I'm a retard, so who knows what I'm talking about. But what do you think about either of those hypotheses?
I have no fucking idea. A macho man, to me, I imagine a dude who is a fucking poser. That's what I imagine. A man who has ever claimed to be a manly man is a loser.
No, that's true. Actually, that's another point that I've been thinking about because there's these two camps on the internet that are always going back and forth. There's the SJWs. Of course, we already know about them. Who fucking cares? But the people that most people or a lot of people I see are siding with now are the right-wing side of it all. The overly right-wing, like, oh yeah, these fucking beta male pussies. Look how much I work out and fuck. Ooh, I gotta do this.
Yeah,
shoot
it's
guns.
a weird flip that's happened.
But I think that shit, those people are just as pathetic as the other people, because the other people are lost. They are without a way in the world. They're not, they feel lost because they weren't they were raised in this culture that we have now that gives people ribbons for participating, and so they don't think anything bad can happen. And then once they get out into the real world and realize that everything fucking sucks and you actually have to do something now, they regress into this, oh, well, I'm this race or this gender, and that's why I should get special treatment so I don't have to do the same thing everybody has to do. And the other people go the opposite way by overcompensating once they realize that life sucks, or they've never realized that life sucks. And so they're like, fuck that completely. I have to do this and I have to do this. And they never actually take the time to think about their feelings and stuff like that. And they just say dumb, stupid, retarded shit. And they're overcompensating. And those are some of the most insecure people of them all. And I think both sides are equally retarded. You gotta have the yin and yang.
I think that's a fair point. You gotta have the yin and yang. But I feel like you can't really be a macho man at all at any point in your life until you're a salty sea dog who has actually been everywhere, and until you're like 65. That's when you can. That's when you're a real macho man.
Yeah,
right?
I think
you can just be a dad macho man, but as long if you're preaching about it, you're an asshole. But if you're just like there, then you're probably on the solid path to becoming the salty sea dog, true macho man.
No, I would agree. I think if you're an old man, like just becoming an old man, and like you're right in the youthful old man where you're just now an old man, I think right when you're there, that's when you're the most manly you are. Like once you're still like walking around and telling people to go fuck themselves, but like nobody expects anything from you because you already did everything you had to do. That's when you're a man.
You already did everything you had to do.
Yeah, and then people can't say shit because you're old and you're like, yeah, I did everything I had to go do. Go fuck yourself. That's fucking validation right there. Then you can fucking rise.
Rise from your grave. Can you imagine that if in your will it was like
rise from your grave?
Yeah. Can you imagine that in your will it's like you have to rise me. You have to make me rise from the grave now. Like,
yeah, you have to resurrect.
You have to resurrect me. You have to rise me. What the fuck is that? You have to rise me. You have to make my dick rise from the grave.
Dick rise in my
What if they accomplish that goal? You know what I mean? Like
of getting dick rising in the afternoon?
Yeah. Dick rising.
The dick is rising.
But do you think they could ever get to a point in science where they could actually resurrect a human being? If it was like shortly after death, do you think it's doable?
I don't think so.
You don't think it's what about the Reanimator man? He did it.
That's a movie.
Yeah, but it's an old movie. It's true. So, it's a true story.
Give it 100 years and then it'll be a documentary.
Yeah.
All right. Then in 100 years that'll be a documentary. There'll be a rumor that they did it once. But until then, and it becomes fictional folklore, I don't think it can happen. And here's why. Here's a little story for you people. Once when I was a young lad, me and my cousin, we were up at my grandpa's house, and we were walking around. My grandpa was like, hey, come outside for a second. We were like, all right. And went outside. The garage door was open. It was nighttime. And we sat down, and he pulled out a fucking gun. And he's like, you see that? And we looked in the garage. There's a rat running across the floor. He's like, watch this. Bam! Shoots the fucking shit out of it. There's another fucking one crawling around. He waits. It starts climbing up, like, around the side of a table. Boom! Shoots that one, and it still hangs on for a second by its fucking grasping hand because the nerve endings are going crazy because its brain just got shot the fuck in. And then we walk in, and we're walking around, and he's like, bam, right there. And he shoots in the fucking wall. It has, like, that paper shit on it. And he pulls another fucking little rat out of there. And then he throws them all in the woods. And then me and my cousin go to sleep. The next day, the first thing, we wake up. We both look at each other. We start talking about it. And then I'm like, do you want to go find them? And he was like, yeah. So we go out to find these dead rats. And we search through the woods.
Yeah.
We search through the woods and we find them. And we take all of the... First we examine them. One of them, the one that was hanging by its little foot, had been shot directly through the head and his brains were hanging out. But we grabbed that one, another one, and then there was the third one I forgot that we couldn't find. So we took those two over to a stump because he had this big field that you could just walk all the way out, and then there was nothing at all except for like a stump and a thing of gravel where some sort of tool went many years ago. We went out there, the stump was there, and we put the fucking rats on the stump. We're just looking at them. What should we do? Oh, well, our grandpa has all sorts of tools. Let's try and bring them back to life. So we go into the fucking, the garage, and we grab some random shit. I don't fucking know what it was. We were like, oh, this looks like it might work. And we go out there, and we start tying all these random wires and fucking, like, bolt things and things that probably don't do what we thought they did onto this little rat. And the other one is off somewhere. I think we had them set to the side, and we put it all down. And I think what it was that we plugged into, quote-unquote plugged into all this shit, was like one of those things that you can test for something that has an electrical current so you don't get shocked. I think it was one of those. We plugged that onto the rat, and then I was sitting there looking at him, and I was moving the dial back and forth. Nothing was happening. It was a dead fucking rat. And we're just sitting there doing that in complete silence. I'm on my knees, like, close to it. My cousin's standing behind me. And nothing was fucking happening. I turned around. I'm like, hey, man, I don't think that anything's about to happen. And before I can finish talking, I see him raise a shovel in the air and go, oh, boom, right onto the middle of the fucking rat, and it explodes everywhere and looks like baked fucking beans just flew out of its chest. And that was pretty fucking awesome. We buried it and never talked about it again.
So your testimony for why you think resurrection can't be real is because of when you and your untrained mind cousins, you and your or little kids, tried to bring Bone back. You scientifically proved that you couldn't with something else that you didn't even know really what it was.
Yeah, and then my cousin smashed it.
And then
to
your cousin
pieces with a
smashed it.
shovel.
Man, I accept that testimony. I accept
Damn
that, yeah.
straight.
I mean, I've never heard more solid proof
I've
of why
never...
resurrection could never be real. But you know what cool would be? I mean, no, it wouldn't be cool.
No,
Maybe it would be
suck.
cool. Maybe it would be cool. Like maybe it's like we can't bring you back permanently, but we can give you another year. And then it, like if you die unexpectedly, they could give you one more year, so that way you could just live that year doing whatever the fuck you wanted. Like
feel
knowing
that'd
that
be
you're gonna
fucked up.
die in a year.
See, I feel like that'd be horrible. You'd be like, oh, fuck, I'm going to die in a year. Like, a year's not enough time to do as much stuff as this person would probably want to do. Because they don't... What money do they have? They've been dead.
No, maybe it's like a government funded thing. Maybe once they give you that 1 year, humanity just gives you a whole year to just fucking jerk off on people.
I feel like the government needs to fund more important things than bringing dead people back to life.
For 1 year, man.
That's
What are
a
you
lot of
talking
money.
about? People
That's a lot of equipment and money to pay these human beings just
No, what
to
are you
live for
talking
1
about?
year.
Instead of letting people retire, you work them till they die, and then they get one free awesome year.
They're always working us till we die.
Oh yeah,
So why do they need to do it more to people who are already dead?
because you can't retire.
So the government funds the resurrection program just to fucking get more money out of people?
No. They
Bringing
fund a
people back
they
from
fund
the
a
dead just to
resurrection
work them.
program to give you 1 year of relief because you don't even get in this universe. You don't even get a day off. They literally work you till you die.
Well, yeah. But then you come back and you're going to have to work and get more money. Because what money do you have after you...
No. They pay for it. You don't need money. They pay for your traveling expenses and everything for a year until you die because they know you're gonna die.
I see. I think you're putting too much faith in people who are in the government.
No, this is completely not
It's
realistic.
a hypothetical.
Yeah, could totally
A
hypothetical.
hypothesis. A hypotenuse.
A hippopotamus.
A noose. Hypothermia.
Nooses are my favorite knot, I think.
Hypodermic needles. Your favorite knot is the noose.
Yeah, whatever that knot is called. I'm not a Boy Scout, alright?
I've never been
Nor
near
will
in
I
or
ever
around
be.
Boy Scouts.
Can you imagine a group of Boy Scouts that are only, like, old guys?
We secretly want to suck each other's dicks.
Is that your general impression of Boy Scouts?
Pretty much. It's like, it's two things. It's one group of creepy old people going, how can I get a bunch of little boys together? And then another group of little boys who are like, I secretly want to suck some dick.
But what about all the important shit that you learn in Boy Scouts?
Like what?
Like how to carve
How to
soap.
touch your friend's asshole?
Yeah, and how to carve soap.
Oh, shit.
When you... Dude, did you ever make soap, like, in shapes that you wanted when you were a kid? Like in elementary school?
Yeah, we did. I made a soap that looked like SpongeBob once.
What the fuck is... That's so weird that when you're a kid, they're like, let's just make soap for your mom on Mother's Day.
Dude, they do that. They make you do a stained glass.
They make you do stained glass?
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
remember that shit.
Dude, in my fucking, like, 3rd grade or something, we did these tiny little stained glasses, and mine was of SpongeBob. You'll notice a pattern with the things I made in school.
They're all about SpongeBob.
They were. We were supposed to...
SpongeBob is a fucking god. We can't express that point enough, ever.
No,
We'll
dude,
never
think
will.
Think
Never
about
express.
this. We were supposed to make a fucking goddamn thing with glass. I made SpongeBob. We were supposed to do a bar of soap for our
A
parents.
fucking thing of glass.
Yes. We were supposed to do a bar of soap. I made SpongeBob. We were supposed to make like a pottery thing, and it was supposed to be a little bowl, and it was supposed to be the shape. Like you could choose the shape and color, and I made it a square that was yellow.
There it is. I mean, that's totally SpongeBob, man.
It was supposed to be SpongeBob.
Who comes up with characters like that? Like, not even just SpongeBob. Drugs. That's what you have to be on to come up with shit like SpongeBob.
That's what you have to be.
SpongeBob. You don't think you could be a sober guy and just come up with a sponge that lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Fuck no. You gotta be smoking reefer.
That's what it takes.
It takes a little bit more, but like some reefer to start off with.
Every now and then a little bit of meth to get the creative juices really flowing.
Yeah, they take reefer, and then when they really want to open their mind, they shoot heroin directly into their skull.
Into the skull.
That's
they
where it
really want to
goes.
open their mind. They take a chainsaw right to their skull.
If they really want to open their mind, they fucking rip their brains out.
Yeah.
Tie them to a noose, and then hang their thoughts.
Hang their thoughts.
Who are you? Why am I here? Who are you? Why am I here?
Probably can't sing that or that. Oh no, we can probably sing that.
Yeah, we played that.
Oh yeah, fucking we did play that. Void for life.
Void, void, void. Well, you know...
Enter the void of life.
Damn straight. Enter the void of life. Enter the Slaycast radio with Brandon and Dave. We've been on for about 1:20 and we still have a BD theater. Should we move on to our
Well,
next show?
folks, we shall be leaving you on this day.
Yep.
On this magnificent and entertaining episode of BD Soul Radio. We hope
It's
you
been a good
enjoyed
day.
yourselves. It's been a good day. We hope you enjoyed yourselves. And we hope you all fuck in heaven when you die. But you won't die today. You'll die tomorrow.
Yes. Let a generation of warriors and heroes be birthed into existence by the knowledge that only you can receive every fucking whatever day, whatever time, on the same channel, at least that's consistent, of the Slaycast fucking radio. And I hope that when we're all burning in hell, you and me can still suck and fuck.
Woo-hoo!